Fantastic 2, back at it again. Hey.
That was really bad. Okay, so today, guess what it is? It's a
Story time video. Yay.
it's a story time. Like, okay, it's a story time.
Depressing music.
Okay.
Sorry for the depressing music in the background.
Okay.
You're telling a story
Zoe
first.
scratched me.
Oh.
No shit, Sherlock.
Okay, so
Oh, my dog got gum in his hair, and it was very bad.
and then
This is our camera guy, Dave the Bobby Billy
Oh yeah, let
Stupid.
me see.
Hi. Sorry if this happens. This crap.
David, stop.
Wait, flip it over.
Now it's upside down.
Oh, that sucks.
Turn it over. Okay. So,
No. The fuck are you doing?
I mean, you both are being
story time.
retarded.
Lainey, you can tell first because I'm not thinking of stories right now.
Okay, so the camera dude and this girl probably will recognize this story when I get in the middle of it. So one day, I was where I used to live. I lived across the street from my elementary school. Seriously? From my elementary school, and so one time, me, my 3 other friends, pretty sure, Allison,
Hi.
David, and his
Hi.
friends. Stop doing that! Oh my god.
Are you getting
And
me?
Finnegan.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, Finnegan was there. No, he wasn't.
No,
No,
he
it was Adrian, which is David's friend.
Hi.
David, me, and Lainey.
Yes, and then
So 2v2.
Yeah.
yeah, and so
Boys one.
well, you 3 were over there, and I had walked over. You and Dave, Adrian and David were wrestling, and I came over, and they were just doing random stuff. And so
I won.
we were doing other things in this van. So like there's the school, and then there's
not like
the
a
drive.
normal like go around van. It's like this
Like,
ice cream
it-
truck. No,
it-
it looks like an ice cream truck van, but it's way bigger than an ice cream truck van. And it's
Wait, I'm telling the story.
but I'm explaining the truck.
I am telling the
I'm
story.
explaining the truck.
I'm the I fine. You tell the story then, huh?
I'm explaining the
Huh?
truck.
You tell it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna explain the truck and then I'm done. So the truck was like an ice cream truck, but like 4 times
After
bigger.
this, no more.
It wasn't
explaining.
even an ice cream truck. That's
No,
the thing.
it was like
It was a
it was
white
light.
van.
No, it was light blue.
I swear to God, it was white. Racist jokes, racist jokes.
Okay, now it was like an ice cream truck but 10 times bigger. So it was like a truck, something like that, but a big ice cream truck.
Big.
You know what I mean? Okay, Lainey.
No more explaining.
Like bigger than Domino's. Like fat.
Shut up. Okay, so what happened was it pulls up into where the teachers park, and it just parks in the middle of that area. And so we're just wondering, why are they parking there? Because normally people go in there and they park and like take selfies and stuff in a parking lot.
Well,
Oh, I'm in a parking lot.
No, they normally they park, get out of their car,
No more explaining.
get out of their car, go get their kids, and then they get back in their car.
No, because it was a Saturday or Sunday. It was a weekend because we didn't.
Exactly, but if
Oh my
they park
God,
that's normally
it
what
was
they
a
do, There's no
weekend.
other cars besides that idiot.
Yeah, I know. But then he parks. No more explaining. Thank you. So he parks in the middle, and we're just staring at him for a second. He turns off his engine and just sits there for 5 seconds. And then
We run like hell.
we looked at it for about 2 and then booked it because we saw the door open.
Yeah.
We kept running and running. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? And so we just kept running, and we're like, are they behind us? So I turn around, there's no one there. So I'm like, maybe we should take a break, because we were like sitting there like.
So there's this door. Kids go out to go to
No
playground.
more explaining.
Let me tell you this one thing. So there's this door where the
You
kids go
promise
out.
this is the last thing you explain, because this is my story. Also, I'm interrupting you in the middle of your story when you're talking. I'm like,
There's this door these kids go out, and you guys can't see him for where. Well, he wouldn't be able to see us for where we were hiding. So here's the door, and then he's like over here. So like we hid it inside like the door because there was like this big
So
area.
what we did was, we were next to the school, So we could still see the parking lot. He could see us. And so when we ran, we went where the other teachers parked, like behind the school. And then like it was the side of the school where they couldn't see us from there. And then we went behind the school where the playground was. We went in there and we hid where usually the preschoolers go out to play. We were hiding because it was like this empty area where you just sit there.
About this big.
Yeah. And then we just hid there. We sat there for a second.
You want to know something else that was there? A trash can.
Yeah, we hid behind the trash can. She did. And so what we did was we sat there for a second, and then one of us went out there. I think it was either me or David.
No, it was me. Because I got up and I looked around the corner. I'm like, he turned his car back on because I heard it on.
Yeah, and then he was gone. And so
No. I heard the door close. Yeah, I heard the car door close. And then I was like, what is that? So I walked around the corner, I looked, and all I see is him turning on his car again, and he pulling out of that little area that's do not exit type thing. It's like only enter. So like, here's the parking lot, you enter through here, and you're not supposed to, you enter through here, and you're not supposed to exit, and you exit through here. But he went out the spot where you're supposed to enter.
Yeah. And so so she said he left, and so we went back to go do stuff. And we saw him drive. So the school is like a big box, right? And so he was
Really
here.
big box.
And he left here. So you can go around the school anyway. So he went this way around the school looking for us. And we were just playing around. And then he comes a big lap, right? And then there's a gas station right across where, like right next to where I live and right across from the street. He pulls in there.
Can I do one more thing?
Yes.
Here's her house. The big giant school's over here. Dave.
Oh.
So like her house would be here. The gas station is honestly pretty big, and it's right here. And then the big school is like here. So and then there's a road all the way around the school. So he can just drive around looking for us.
Yeah. You can basically see any part of the school if you want to. Well, except the big huge field because there's a neighborhood.
Well, not only that, but inside where the two wings are.
Yeah. So he went around, and we see him make a big loop, right? He comes back.
Big loop.
I'm sorry, keep going.
Boy!
So what he does is... okay, so he just...
Shut up.
Shut up.
Okay, so what he did was...
El Stupido.
Okay, so he parks inside the gas station.
Retard.
He gets at... Just go fucking retard?
No.
Shut up! Okay, I'm trying to tell a freaking story about us.
You need to fly by yourself.
So what he does is he parks in there. He gets out. He wasn't getting gas or anything. He just parked on the side of the gas station. He gets out. He talks to some people. We're sitting there. Everyone's like, "You should go over to your dad and get him because he's scary."
But he wasn't like talking to just anybody. He was talking to this dude that had this like Lincoln type thing that's hella old. It's this nude color. It was hella scary. It like Vans and Lincolns like, you know what I'm talking about? They don't go together. Like old cars and then Vans. That's normally what serial killers have. And kidnappers.
No bueno.
Yeah, and
No bueno.
So keep going, Lane. I'm sorry.
For people who do
So,
not speak
he's
English,
just talking
not
to him.
good.
The guy who comes out of the truck and is talking to him has a kid, of course. They're talking for a little bit, and then, so everyone's begging me to go over and get my dad because he's got stuff.
Millions of guns.
Yes.
Millions.
Like,
And he was in the war, so. He was in World War II.
Yes. No, he wasn't.
yeah, he's that old.
He's
He's
old
90.
as frick.
Do I look like I have a 9?
What?
So, basically, he was just like, everyone wanted me to go over and get my dad and tell
Not
him.
really me. Mostly Adrian and David. They were like, oh
Adrian,
my God, I'm so scared.
Adrian was right next to me. He's like, "You go get your dad now!" I was like,
And me the whole time, I'm like, let's just go home. Like, it's
yeah,
not even
like,
that bad.
she lives right down the road from the school, so we could have just walked there. So we,
But
I
Lainey,
live
we didn't want
4
no
houses
Jeepers
down.
Creepers.
I lived 4 houses down from Lainey. Her house is here. 1, 2, 3,
well,
4
you
houses,
did, but now I
and
live
now
like,
I live here.
now I live like miles away. So what happened was,
She lives in California. She only visits us once a month.
Okay,
Okay, keep going.
so-
Sorry.
She flies a lot.
yes, okay, so
She takes her Robux and she buys wings and she
Robux?
flies.
Sorry, no, she doesn't live in
Roblox.
California. Okay, sorry.
She lives in Washington, Mount Vernon.
So what he does, we start like get ready. We take a loop at the school and then we start getting ready to go over to Allison's house.
Just kidding, we live in Florida.
Shut up! Shut up! Okay, so what we're doing is
It's hot as fuck here.
so
There's sinkholes.
Very many sinkholes and alligators.
okay, so what we do is
You should come down to Florida because we have sinkholes and alligator.
okay, so
Florida.
so we
It only costs $1,000 buy a plane ticket per person. Babies cost $1.
I'm sorry about the guy in the back. He just can't stop.
Hell no.
So we start heading back over to Allison's house, and the guy, he pulls out of the gas station, makes a turn, and goes down the road that we're walking down. So everyone starts freaking out, and so we just stop. Adrian's like, everyone stop now, we're gonna die. so what we did was, we stopped, we hid behind a car that was parking. He drives by slowly and then goes faster when he doesn't see us. And so
slowly.
then there's a neighborhood like right across the street from where Allison lives, and that goes back. It like when you
It's
go
very creepy.
so you go down it and it's like a mountain, so it goes down at the very end. So
phone.
where if you were by Allison's, you can
Sorry, I'm
you can like if you go down there, you cannot see them if they go all the way down the road, even if it's a big van. So we're like looking for them and stuff. We're like, oh my god, where'd he go? And so we're at Allison's house freaking out. Adrian's like, my brother got stabbed because he was killed and stuff. I was like,
his cousin.
yeah, his cousin or something.
His
He's
cousin was supposedly a gangster or something.
And then his cousin got killed supposedly in some gang shooting, whatever it was. And then he's like, I'm like, okay, nice, my dog died. He's like, I don't care. I'm like, cool, I don't care about your cousin. And then we all got in this giant fight. And then 2 weeks later, his grandma dies. What do you know?
And so,
No, 2 weeks later, his grandma gets cancer. That's what it was.
So what happens is, he starts freaking out because he's like, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. He's like, he doesn't even think of us. He's like, I don't care. I'm like, seriously? And so what he does is, he's just sitting there having a drama attack on the floor like a freaking crybaby. I'm like, shut the fuck up. And so what he does is, sorry for cussing if I do because I can't control it. So I just start like, take over the vlog. I just start like, are you okay? What's it over there? Okay, so
okay.
I was having a baby heart attack on the floor like a fucking crybaby.
A baby heart attack.
So
A baby heart
that's what I just said. And then I just start storming off because I'm like, I'm not fucking doing this. I start walking back home by myself because I don't care if there's a freaking creepo running down the road.
Creeper deeper.
Yeah, so then I just start walking back. Allison's like, where the hell are you going? I'm like, I don't care if I'm leaving. I don't care if there's a fucking van running around being a crazy psychopath. And so I'm just sitting here talking to Al.
And then I got really mad at Lainey because I really wanted her to stay because I was really bored and I didn't want to stay with the idiots.
And
the
she
boys.
was scared because she thought someone was gonna freaking snipe her from her kitchen window. She's like, I'm gonna fucking die!
I never said that. I was not scared.
You thought someone was spying on you, though.
Did you? Did you?
No, she literally did. She's in the kitchen like, what if there's someone watching? You did. Don't not admit it. So she starts freaking out. I freaked. Like, when he first pulled up, I was the one who, like, told everyone to run, like, me and Allison. So we were all scared at the beginning. And then I just was like, no. And so, like, way back when we were still at the thing, I ran over to my dad's house, and I told my dad stuff. Well, Adrian stormed over there and knocked on the door. And then I, told him stuff. And then you guys are across the street, and the van had pulled up and left, and you guys had saw him. You guys are like, his face was like this thin! I was like, fuck was his face this thin if he was over there talking to someone with a normal freaking round face?
You never said his face was this thin.
You guys were
This
like,
thin.
you guys were like, when he turned, like he was looking at you guys, and you like when he turned, and when you guys saw this, you like his face was like a mask like this.
No, yeah, we saw a mask. Like we saw a mask on his face. It was like black. It wasn't like no clown mask, no nothing. It was full on black.
Mask
there was
off,
no
pants off.
holes, no nose.
Racist joke. It was black.
Racist. Keep going.
We're not really